nation was founded by men of many nations and backgrounds. It was founded on the principle that all men are created equal.
Organized religion and organized crime working together to help build a better America.
Thank you for joining us here on the Citizen Noise Exchange. We're coming to you quasi-live from a bunker underground in Salt Lake City.
Nice.
My name is Colby Tapp, and I'd just like to speak for the C.N.E. team and personally thank any and all people who gave us feedback, asked us questions, just anything at all. We hope you will continue to tell your friends and get more people on board.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, this is Yahya Dawud, and I'll be handling the jihad portion of this segment.
Hey, Jacob, once again. Yeah, not much to say. We got a Mormon in the Republican race. Huntsman joining next week, maybe, so score one for the good guys.
For all us Gentiles, I say boo, but go ahead.
Yeah, we have a special guest with us tonight. You know what? I'll allow him to elaborate on his story himself.
Thank you very much, and what an honor it is to be here. My name is Biff Terry Stanton. I'm 32 years old. I'm just a common psychopath filler guest here for C.N.E., and what an honor. Thank you, guys.
And as always, I am Gaston Arbitro, and I want to start off the show. I have to talk about this, fellers. I have to talk about this. A couple of weeks ago, I received a phone call from an unknown number. You know, sometimes they show up unknown. But I usually don't answer, but I decided to answer just this one time. I don't know why, but I answered, and this is going to sound crazy. It's going to sound retarded, I know. But on the other end was Richard Nixon. Yes, I know.
Richard Nixon.
Yeah, the Richard Nixon.
Millhouse.
Yeah, the Richard Milhouse Nixon calling me from the year 1973. We'll explain it later how this is even possible, but it is possible, and I will prove it.
Sounds made up.
It does sound made up. Sounds like a joke. Sounds like a joke on a podcast.
You're going to have to you have to substantiate this with something.
Well, I can prove it.
We need evidence.
Like I said, I can prove it. And so what I did, as I was speaking with him, we spoke about a number of things, but as I was speaking with him, I actually asked him, because I knew you guys would want to know, I asked him to appear on the show and discuss some things with us. So, he should be calling any minute. This is Richard Nixon's Time Warp.
Nixon's Time Warp.
It's the most faggy goddamn thing you could ever imagine.
Nixon's Time Warp.
When the president does it, that means it's not illegal.
Nixon's Time Warp.
Homosexuality, dope, and immorality are the enemies of strong society.
Richard Nixon's Time Warp.
Hello? Are you there, Mr. President?
Yes, it's me, Richard Nixon, speaking to you from the Oval Office in the year 1973. How are things in the 21st century, boys?
They're good, Mr. President. I think the
My God.
I think the rest of the C.N.E. team would like to know exactly how you are speaking to us from the year 1973.
Yes.
Well, amid all the scandal in my administration, I've been sending out a special team of investigators to dig up dirt on my conservative colleagues. So, my lead guy, he's snooping around the dildo shed at the Bohemian Grove, and under a big pile of floppy 20-inchers is a strange-looking telephone. So, he brings the damn thing into the Oval Office and sets it on my desk, and I say to him, "Get that fucking thing off my desk. It smells like goat blood and semen." Then he tells me where it came from, and it all made sense. Turns out these cocksuckers invented a phone to call gay phone sex agencies sometime in the future. But by the time the damn thing made it to my desk, the buttons were so caked with goat blood and semen that the only phone call I was able to make out was to a strange Utah area code sometime in the 21st century.
Sounds like the White House. All right.
Well, the team and the rest of our listeners, I'm sure we are all honored to have you call in.
Truly,
we hope
sir.
you do it again sometime.
You can count on it, boys. It's really my pleasure. Things aren't going too well for old Dickie right now in 1973. I'm being investigated over Watergate, and my VP's just resigned and been indicted. And these goddamn long-haired faggots have been camping on my lawn for 5 fucking years, singing Kumbaya. I ended the war. I don't know what else they want from me.
Mr. President, please settle down. This is a family-friendly show. We don't try to use the derogatory remarks like faggots. You know what I mean?
I don't really give a fuck, Gaston.
Well, with that said, I think a couple of members of the Citizen Noise Exchange team have a couple of questions for you. So, would you be willing to answer some questions?
I might. It depends. Go ahead.
So, Mr. President, what a great honor it is to be here with you and have you as a guest as well. I mean, I'm just completely stunned by your story. It's truly amazing. And I just have to ask, sir, was it worth it to not burn all the tapes just so you could, tickle your sick obsession with hearing your own mind break?
Well, at this point, Biff, my career as a politician is burning and crashing as bad as it can. So, my only
we know all about that.
Have the history, I guess, would be the tapes that I chose not to burn, and it would be an illustration of who really is in charge here of this country, and it's me.
Okay, so how are you going to how are you going to kind of stitch together the mess you kind of been left with there? How are you going to wrap it all up?
Well, I was thinking of appointing a Negro to a high position somewhere in my cabinet. How are Negroes faring as political pawns in your era there, Gaston?
Oh, they're great. They do fantastic.
Yeah, in this decade alone, we've had 2 black secretaries of state, and we've actually elected an African-American president by the name of Barack Obama.
Holy shit. Wait till I tell the wife. Our Governor Chongo will be delighted.
You got to ask him. Hey, who's going to be delighted? Chonga? Who's Chonga?
It's pronounced Chongo. He's my 6'7" Negro gardener.
I see.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my.
Oh, boy.
At the White House. At the White House, Mr. President? Chongo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so does anyone else have a question for Mr. President Richard Nixon here?
They're too. Mr. President, I mean, they're stunned. I mean, we're talking about jaws dropping here. Is there anything you can say to us, a word of advice for people here in the future? A man who helped bring an empire to its knees. I mean, you must be able to share something with us.
Jeez, let me think about that.
Good question.
I'm truly dumbfounded.
Well, if I had any advice for you boys, if you left the way things are going here in the good old US of A as of 1973, I'm not sure how my impact has left you there in the 21st century, but keep electing rich, old, white men from the South. It works.
All right. Well,
we'll do it.
Yeah, we will.
We're good at that.
We will certainly do that. We're kind of running short on time, Mr. President. Thank you so much. Would that be all right if we had you on again in the future?
Absolutely. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. You're so full of youth and life, and I'm just so interested about the goings-on in your life. Yes, please have me on. I would love to hear more.
All right. Well, we'll set up another appointment.
Yeah, truly, Mr. President, amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dick.
All right. Have a good one, Richard.
Thank you, and good night.
Nixon's Time War.
It's the most faggy goddamn thing you could ever imagine.
Nixon's Time War.
When the president does it, that means it's not illegal.
Nixon's Time War.
Homosexuality, dope, immorality are the enemies of strong society.
Richard Nixon's Time War.